Hey guys, welcome. How y'all doing? Suppose there's a couple of you that came in. Let me see. Not yet. Hope you guys eventually come in. A little less than an inch in the center. Less, we can pull that in, so we're good there. The ends I have to make tight, and then the center a little gap, that way that board's straight, because the first one's a little wavy because the face of the old deck waved in a little bit on the front face board. We can only do too much before it starts looking wonky, so you're going to have to spread out the inconsistency. Eventually we'll mark these all out, get them nice, but we needed a good starter point. Hold it in place for us while we're get that one straight, and then we can just slap them on. Then cut the tails to length, router off the corner. Yep. Hey guys, what's up? White Rambo, hello bud. Elijah, DK, good morning. Yeah, sorry I haven't contacted you, buddy. AT, like and subscribe. Thanks, Elijah. You're really good at doing that. Appreciate it. Is that a deck you're building for your parents? Yeah, this is it. So here's the old construction here. So you could tell it was about that big all the way across to there and about where that charger is back. So they wanted to extend it over a foot more that way, 2 feet that way, about 2 feet in the front and 4 feet from here to here. So it's 16 by 10 roughly now instead of a little more than 8 by 10. Just dropping by to say hi. I'll see you tonight, hopefully. Hopefully, yeah. Azek deck. This is, I forget what brand this is. It's not Trex. I'm letting it overhang far on purpose, then I'll cut them to the right length. Because if this thing's a little trapezoid, because I'm building off probably a trapezoid deck, that way I can cut them to the right length and then run a router to round over the edge, make it look nice. Did I see a doggy? You did. That's my parents' dog. The Rooster Rooster Tactical just sent me something. Yeah, you saw my dog, or my mom and dad's dog, Willow. She is an Aussie. It's going to last long there. Very nice, Jerome. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, let's see if I can set you guys right about here. We'll bring another board over. That one I think is stout enough. We should be able to set the next one on. All right, let's bring another one over. I gotta make sure they're all the same direction. because they have like a wood grain to them, a fake wood grain. And so I want them all facing the same way because I can use a full 16-footer on these. I didn't really want it 20 because it'd be out from under this porch they just recently put in. So we decided we wanted it 16 would be good. Something's on the lens there. There we go. And I always pre-drill the ends if they're real close. These aren't too close, but that way if they want to split on us, because Polly will split if you get too close. Kind of like wood, but not quite as bad. Hey, Willow. Keep wanting to call her Canella. You aren't Canella, are you, Willow? You aren't Canella. Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to look. The framing does this in the center a little bit, so I had to make the board straight. Yep, that should do the trick. All right, let's tack that one on, put one in the center so it doesn't bow out. We want a little gaps, but not too big because it's coolish. The hotter it gets, the more it expands. Let's see, all right, see you later. Okay, yep, love the dogs. Yeah, I love dogs too. Nice, buddy. Just slowly reading your comments. I'm on the other side here so I can read them now. All right, we want a little gap, but not much because it's going to warm up in the summer, so you want a little gap. Not much though, just enough so you see a teeny bit of daylight through it. Well, the existing deck was wood boards, so it was 2 foot on center. So I had to fill stuff in to make it, what do you call it? 3 foot, or 16-inch on center. The only spot it's a little bigger gap is just right in front of me here. It's about 3/4 inch farther, because the way they made this deck was unique. They didn't really cut anything minusing off 1.5 inches, so the thing would be exact measurements. It's kind of strange how they did it. They cut everything to exact, like 8 foot pieces going across exactly. They did a unique job. That's all I know. Let's get that with a team gap in between. Let's see here. Willow, what you doing, girl? What's up, Willow? My mom and dad will probably say, how come there's a gap on this one? Well, because I had to work with what you had, so that's why. The rest will have just a minor gap. This one's just a little bigger, the front one. It's just the way it has to be, fortunately. I just need enough every once in a while to keep this tack down. Get nice and run it, and then run another one on top. Purrs. Another one through. The wood grain look, the point's facing me. Still has a little bow in there. See if I can fix that. I have to get gaps on the front here, just a little bit bigger than what it's showing, and then leave nothing in the center. Slowly fish that out. Took away my gap. It moved over. I'm not supposed to do that. Or I want it to, at least. There we go. Want a little less than an eighth. Little less than an eighth. And then in the center, we want it tight, because I need to take out that bow that's in it. And then another little gap in the over here. Oh, this one I gotta drill though, because it's real close to the edge. $25 people in the chat. Appreciate you coming by. So my channel's name is Desert Armory and More. The and more is we do our handyman stuff and hiking, cave exploring, mine exploring, outdoor stuff, which we do on another channel as well. It's strictly outdoor. Oh yeah, we're slowly taking that bow out. Slowly but surely. Not there. Well, there's one there already now. Wasn't planning on putting it on there, but let's go jog off a little bit. There we go. Let's put one more over here. Go. Need another one on it. Willow, what's up? What are you doing? Desert Armory and More. Hope you're having a great day. I am. It's a wonderful day here. As you can tell, it's beautiful skies over there, Minty. Welcome, by the way. Hey, Xfinity, what's going on, brother? Check out Minty's channel if you like rock hounding. Awesome little channel she's got there. She's actually from Arizona as well. Fellow Arizonan. All right, we're getting a little better. Getting a little better, mate. Each time I get a 30 second or so. Oh yeah. Hey, what's up, Pachu? Oh, Desert, yo, it's been a while. Went to the range yesterday. Awesome. Naratsu, hello. Heiku, I've actually been live numerous times. It's just YouTube not pushing the algorithms. That's just how they are. Pretty much every day. that's almost totally out now. Just got a teeny little one. It's right here, but that's because it needs brought in. If I can bring it in. Some of these are a little bowed themselves, these plastic. It's about right here, but I can't put one here. And there's a brace there. Oh yeah, that's way better. Keep bringing them in. Just I laid them wrong on my stack over here. If I would have started out the first one the other way. Because they have like a direction to them. Here's someone shooting in the back over there. You're allowed to within a quarter mile of the river because it's preserved. BLM land. There they're doing dove. It's still dove and quail for a little bit. And dove, I think. Not much longer though. I'm hoping to go dove again. I did once. I didn't see anything. It's because some four-wheeler scared them off. Pretty sure. These glasses don't want to stay on my face. The little nose pad stretched out. They're not staying on very well. What'd you find, Willow? What'd you find, Willow? Willow's my parents' dog. It's a Aussie. It's a red Aussie. It's over here on my feet where I'm standing. What he says, it doesn't make sense how Twitch allows you to touch guns with YouTube. That's because nobody offed themselves on Twitch yet, I guess. They did on YouTube, so that's why they banned it. That is why they banned it. How's that looking? Oh yeah, it's pretty much totally out now. So I should be able to gap the whole thing about a 16th. Oh, got my finger on a staple. A pebble. Leaving the tails long, we'll come back and chop them off, and then round the edge over. I'll probably let them sit out about a quarter-inch proud, and then round the edge. So that's about as much as I can do. Hey, that one's got a bow in it. Meow. You hear they're plastic. Plastique. What are you doing, Willow? What are we doing? A little gap. And I have to do a little bit of finagling here a little bit because the board has a little bow in it, so we gotta move accordingly. Let's see if we can get one. Go. I'm not putting all of them in because I want to run a straight line down them and get them as close as I can, so it's a little nicer. Alright, let's see if we put one right here. Oh, should be pretty close. Klaus. pretty close. Yep, should do the trick. And on to the other end. Hi. Yeah, we're putting all the wood grain look that way. Maybe I should have did every other. It would have been and gave it a unique pattern. I don't know, it might have looked weird. Yeah, they make a clunk noise because they're not fully secured. We concreted all the poles in yesterday. Oh yeah, we're looking real straight like. I think the one beam has a little low spot to it. This one right here has a teeny bit. It's one of the originals. It's got a little hole, a little swell in it. That one was on stud layout. I just left that one. All right, pretty soon we got to go do some notching. Better to freeze the other way. Trying to see if I can do a different way to help, but I think that's working that way as well. Too much spinning maybe. There we go. Yeah, these boards have a little bow in them. More than I was thinking. More out thinking. Not a very straight cut. The machine that cut the ends are off by like an 1/8 inch square or more. Here first. Well, once we get to there, it holds it, doesn't pull it too much. These things are bowed a little bit. Things are a little slick. I think on the stairs we're going to put some grippies. They want to make a sliding gate too. Before it was like a hinge gate, which I didn't know about. They just told me that like 2 days ago. It's my parents' deck. They're running still pretty straight. Yeah, pretty good. Might be the last full one before I get and I got to leave off the last 3 or so I can put a 2x4 widthwise to fill in the gap between the deck and the mobile. For that though, I got to fix some trim boards that are falling off. They're over there. Some good old twin boards that have fallen off. They're concrete boarded. You know, that concrete board, so they're kind of brittle. Have issues. Let's put one partway down again. Let's see here. Let's put one right here. The battery's going low. Now we got 2 bars. All right, the next we got a notch. Notchy notch. That was a staple. Ouchie. Yay, yay, yay. Yeah, these glasses, the little nose piece is worn out, so they keep sliding. If you see me push glasses on all the time as well. All right. Yeah, I got myself all right. Dropping some blood. It's like a little pinprick. Big old pinprick. All right, let me see how far that needs to be. In there. With a little gap in between. 4.5 would be a teeny little gap. That's from this side, 4.5. It's not that big of a notch. It's the other one that's going to be bigger. All right, square. Ooh, that thing hurt. That little prick it gave me. Drill a hole in the corners because these have a teeny little round over. Do the right spot. Sorry guys, someone's trying to contact me. It's probably Discord or YouTube. So I thought I shut off all the Discord ones. Because I was getting so many Discords, it was irritating. Irritation. Irritation. Alright, I'm going to use this battery on the router for now. Cut this out. To the round, to the corner. Use this router. Turn around over the notch so it looks a little more pretty. Make sure it lines up. Oh, noise. Those poles are wet, so they'll get even a bigger gap in them. Let's bring these all over there. A little blood splot over here too. Who's in the chat? Just I sent a video on DC. What are we working on? A deck. Let's see here. What's up, Moist Beans? To every town for gun safety lobbyists are massively invested in YouTube. They want to ban all gun content reviews and other types of videos on this platform. Yep. Man, it's crazy the weather there is so massively different than mine. It's 5 degrees and snowy here. In the shade here, it's probably like 62 with a little breeze. It feels really good. Work on a deck, yeah. A deck, my friends. A deck, my friends. Slide that out. I brought the tape over, right? Yeah, there it is. This one's a little bit different. A little gap would be an 1/8 inch difference. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's not. 4 5/8. 4 5/8. The other one was 4 1/2, so that's 1/8 inch different. Expansion. This is gonna, and the poles are gonna shrink because they're fairly wet. Fairly wet, my friends. Like my nose. It's a little bit of moisture in there. Fits on that side. Fits in this one, no problem. Make sure it slides in the other one. There's a tighter fit on the other side. Toy is a toy guy. It's gonna shrink the boards anyway, so. Use a board to help. You'll help. The gap is tight. I need a little gap in between. There we go. Need to put a little wedge in there. Push them apart. Push them apart like. Push them apart like, mate. Alright, I don't need this for now. There's a little bigger gap than I wanted, but it'll work. It'll be alright. Be alright, my friends. It'll be alright. Check out the extra XP9. It's very beautiful. PVC. Oh, there we go. Oh, I hit my elbow earlier today, and it's kind of hurting when I lean on it. Don't own any, but I want one for my. Probably, yeah. Oh, what's going on? Let me see this again. Hey, Liberty, what's up? Eventually have put some work into my deck. Need to replace about 20 2x6x16 planks. Yeah, these are 16s. These are where LOL. And we just need to get rid of the NFA registration. Yep. There burns here. Uh-oh. You see that they got rid of tax steps. Correct, but some states are trying to implement 500 instead of 200. Like, bring it back even worse. Personally, I don't need silencers. I'm just a hunter, but it would be cool. Yeah, same. I have 2 that can be threaded. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Beans. Which is just dumb as a box of rock. I guess each state's for their own after this, but yeah, it's just mean. Looking at a 12 gauge suppressor, but with those, if I am right, there's no choke. I'm not sure. And you'd be placing it. Ooh, tools. Yep, tools. Good ones, too. Milwaukee. Milwaukee, my friend. They are Milwaukee. If we don't get the lawsuit to get through the next time, Dems are in office, they'll raise the tax on suppressors to $5 grand. If they had their way, yeah. Just like over in California, they have 11% tax on top of ammo and firearms, plus the state and city tax. So you're almost paying 20%. I think it was like 18.9 or 18.7 when I was living there a year ago. It was crazy. I actually had a tomato plant growing through a broken plank. So I gained another cherry tomato plant. Only 18. Well, that's just how it is sometimes. Oh, for handguns? Yeah, you won't be able to get any handguns. No handguns for you. Because most states are 18. Here in Arizona, you can carry them if you're younger than 8. If you're 18, you can carry them, but not open carry. We do have constitutional carry here, but if you're 18, you have to, it's not open carry if you're 18. I mean, it's only open. Concealed is if you're 21 or older. 21 or older, my friend. Thank you. Come again. Goodbye. Yeah. My potato. Next time you're around, please come again. I would like to work, my friend. Let's see. And time goes fast. Feels like it was 18 a year ago. Now I'm 27. Yeah, that's weird. Where do you live, my friend? I do not know. I do not know where he lives. He lives on planet Earth, last I checked. What's up, my brother in Christ? What's up, Bradley? We're building a deck. I can carry in small towns. Yeah, because they don't give a crap. Right? They're like, hey, it's your right. Carry it. I don't think that in age. Yours gifted. Yeah, see, that helps too. When you're gifted, that's kind of how it is in Arizona. That you can't purchase a handgun at 21, but you can have one gifted to you at 18. Sorry, you can purchase one at 21, but you can't purchase one any younger than that. You can have one gifted to you, yeah. Yes, sir. Having a little brain fart there. And here in Arizona, either. You're saying for him, yeah, I'm not sure. Hope blood isn't against 2 policy. You bumped your knuckle. Yep, there's one right there. And I got my finger a little bit ago. It depends. Sometimes they don't like seeing if it's too much. Like video games was an exception, but now, I mean, you had to select 18 and older, but now they're even being picky on that, which I'm glad. They need to be picky on that, but not the stuff we do. Oh, wow. Peacemaker. Sweet. An actual Colt or a remake like mine? Because I have a Uberti. Well, it's a Cimarron made by Uberti. Hope you're real fast at cooking that hammer. Oh, you put cooking, but I think you meant caulking, as in like, I'm working on it still. Yep. Yep. Yeah, that one definitely has a little dippy dip in it. Should have raised that one possibly. I don't know if I can raise it now. If I undo it and put some braces under it. That might work. Back that one out. And back the other one out with a Phillips. I've got to fit it in here somewhere, mate. There he is. I can put a wood wedge under it. A wood wedge. Hey, Willow, what's up? That'll help the whole thing be raised up a little bit. She has a Shield Plus with Smith. Yeah, those are nice. Love the 1890s. I think they made them then. You're funny. You're like, this is what I would like. I think they made them then. So I did a short, sent a video. Oh, that's fine. I just can't look at it right now. Obviously, I'm on a live. So I put some shorts on my outdoor channel of Skittles walking around in the on my hiking trips. There's still more that I'm posting from my last hike 2 weeks ago. Boy, there was two people that were so ticked off that he had no leash on and that I was walking a dog in an open environment like that was going to destroy the ecosystem with his poop and he might get damaged too, and that it was against the law to have him with no leash on. What else were they saying? That I didn't respect nature. I mean, it was crazy. They were just mad as hornets, two of them. And so I reported them as bullying because they were saying all sorts of bad words against me. And it deleted a couple of their messages automatically when I reported them. Well, they're like, oh, you say you're a follower of God and you're lying. You deleted some of the messages. I said, I didn't delete anything. Thing is a little bit later, every single one disappeared. That was not me either. It was weird. Like channel in description. Oh, link channel. Okay, gotcha. Just won an auction most moist for a 30 super carry. Those are cool. You tell them to mind their own business because, wow. Menti. So I told him, I said, where I'm at, it's not a huge concern. I said, where I'm at the entrance, he's always on a leash. That was actually the first time I think I had him not on a leash ever in my hikes. I always have him on one, but I didn't put him on one because he had a body cam on, and so it kept pulling on it. But I did put it on for a while at the beginning, like where the entrance is, you're supposed to have them leashed, but way up in there, 5, 6, 8 miles in, it doesn't really matter. And so they were worried that he was going to chase off the animals. He's like, he doesn't know his name after all. You're calling him, he's not coming. I said, well, in the description, I said, hey, he's a rescue dog. I've had him for about it. I don't think I put how long I had him, but he's probably still learning his name. And he's very excited to be, out and about, running around in God's nature. And I said, why would I want to destroy God's creation when I specifically take work off to enjoy his creation and unwind? Why would I want to go there and bring my dog to have him poop everywhere, cause disease spread and all this? And he was just crazy as ever. Two of them were just back and forth, back and forth. They don't know the laws because the dog is under voice control. They don't need a tie. You weird fellow's brother, Trump. Yeah, some people say I look like him. Sounds like a bunch of West Coast weirdos. So I looked up the one guy's channel, and all it has is one video of him flexing his abs and slamming a rubber mallet against it, like gently, not heavy. He had like maybe, 12 subscribers. The other one I didn't even look up. He wasn't quite as mean. Both of them were like, WTF, you know better. And the other one was like, what was the other one? GAF or something. I forget what he said. It's the F word, obviously. And I told him, I said, hey, my channel says you're not supposed to use that content. You're using that. That's bullying. Oh, I didn't cuss. I'm like, yeah, you did. Yeah, you said WTF and GAF. Whatever they said. Yeah, that's dumb. 30 super carry is so expensive. That's, for no reason. Same with 380. Yep. LM Trump. Nah, he's Prince Harry. Yeah, they say that too. Nah, he looks like the brother of a dude in Game of Thrones. Red hair. Oh, him. Yeah, I do know who you're meaning. You were right. It doesn't matter at all when you're that far out. Good grief. I know, right? A wilding. Yes. I know which one you're talking about. See, I haven't seen Game of Thrones. I have seen a couple shorts of them, and I was kind of appalled the grossness of it all and the lewdness. And so, yeah, I never finished them. I don't really watch movies in the first place, but I found that out after I won the bid. LOL, won 6 per round for that 30. Oh, well, they had better penetration than 9. What's up, iHeart? What language do you speak? I speak English and Spanish. Not Spanish very well, but I do know it decent. You haven't watched a live in a while. Sorry about that. That's fine, Romans. You know how YouTube is. They don't like my gun content, so they don't push it. We're doing a deck build right now. Let me switch the camera for you. My day's going well. How about yours? Mi día está bien. Está bien, hermano. Oops, got you backwards. Sorry. There we go. It's going well. Let's see. I see a ton of Shield Plus 30 pawn shots. Well, it's because of that probably. Spanglish? No, I know a little more. I know a little better than Spanglish. Let's see if I can pull that up a little bit. Where's my pry bar? I know a little better than Spanglish. I lived in Honduras for a year and 6 months, and I went to Spanish school for a while too, so that helped. this up a little bit higher. I'm in an apartment, so I'm going to make sure whatever I use inside doesn't go through. That's true, yeah. I worry about overpenetration, so I'd stick with HP 9. Yep, there you go. Yep. They probably have HP of those super carries. You don't even know Spanglish. All right, let's see. That should be a little better. Let's tighten these down. Now, I raised it about 3/16 because it was a little low, this one. I didn't realize that. I would have fixed it earlier, but hey, at least I realized it now. Right, folks? I know a word or two. Like no. I know kitchen Spanish. There you go. Cachina. Tomato. Cometio. No. Keep twisting this thing the wrong way. I know a word or two. Yep. Yeah, I lived in Honduras for a little while, so I learned quite a bit over there, especially when I was out and about. Yeah, you know that one, Moist. That's like the only one you ever quote. Wash your hands. You wash the hands. Actually, monos is monkey, isn't it? Or is it monos? Monos is monkey, manos is hands. So actually, you should wash the monkeys. Going to buy a ball ammo for 18 for ball ammo so I can run the range and 30 for 20 rounds. There you go. It's from American Dad. Monos is monkey, manos is hands. So you said wash the hands. Yep. See? Even Minty knew that one. Monkey. You gonna wash your little monkey? Aw, tender. Make sure he likes it. He doesn't bite your hands. All right, now we got to put another one here, folks. We got to put another one here. Notch it bigger than the other one. Run it all the way to that side, then cut that one right there. Yes, sir. This thing is stout. Give you that. Base of this one is still pretty good. That one was a little bit bad, but we got doubled up on both sides because we wanted layout. Senor. Very nice handiwork. Thanks, Romans. Appreciate you. Right here's going to be the steps. Earlier, it used to be right, what was it? I think like right here. Like from here over to about here. But we extended it 4 feet this way, 2 feet that way, and like 1.5 feet this way. Be sure to wash your hands before brushing the monkey. Yeah, right? I grew up with Spanish last name. I better know what I mean. There you go, Minty. Looks good, he says. Thank you. Remember talking about this month earlier. Oh, about the deck? Yeah. I finally getting to it. I tore off the deck boards on Friday. Saturday, I built the deck itself and put all the poles but these two in. Or not Saturday. When was that? Was it Thursday? I built the deck, ripped off the deck. Friday, I built the deck, except there's 2 poles. And then Saturday, I put those 2 poles and concreted all of them in the dirt. And then today, I stuck this pole in because there's too big of a gap between here and there. And putting deck boards on. But yeah, after you notch it, for myself, after I notch it, I run a router on it, so it just looks a little nicer. And then these are overhanging extra long. I'll run a saw across them and then run a router over them so it has a nice round over. All hands on deck. Yep. All hands to the deck. Yes, sir. All hands to the deck. All right, let me get that other board, folks. But yeah, it just looks a little nicer when you notch it and then route the edge. Just looks a little nicer, in my opinion. And la opinión de Jerónimo. La opinión de Jerónimo. My parents are out shopping, so hoping to get all the deck boards on. Uh-oh. The camera done fell down. Don't get scared, my friends. There you go. As your paws are the only for cleaning purposes, can we buy your can and tools? See, a lot of old viewers aren't here anymore. Yeah, Roman, that's true, because like you're one of them, I noticed YouTube was pushing a decent amount of older viewers, and I think to see if they were still active, but then they're not pushing even the active ones. So it's been definitely a pain. You know how I used to get like 300-400 people in here at once, Roman? I only get at max. The other day, I think I got 29, but that's rare. 2 p.m. on my work day. It's 2 p.m. where you're at? It's 11:53 here. Hey, Willow, what's up? What's up, Willow? Willow Lilo. Alrighty. Scoocha, roocha, this, over that. The phone's probably going to fall again. Make sure I keep this fake wood grain all the same way. Alright, let's get that to there. That should be good distance-wise. My pets will fall out. Or is it over here? Oh, Willow. What are you doing? Willow's my parents' doggy. Let's make this farther out. Yeah, I remember the chat box being flooded. Yeah, and reading every one of them was a pain. Because I would read every one. Then I'd get behind, and then I'd say, sorry, guys, I can't answer them. I got to scroll up. All right, get this tight. I only jumped on because I clicked on subscriptions and lives. Oh, there you go. GA, so 154 here. Okay, yeah. I also have a Twitch. Last night I actually ran Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble all at once. I had YouTube on the phone, and I was running on Rumble where you could do multiple stuff at once. Okay, leave that there so I can get the right notching on this side. You can link YouTube to it as well, but I don't want to show as much detail on YouTube as I do on Rumble and Twitch. They were up close to the reloading machine. All right, that should be good there. I was using this as a banging block. My mom's car slid into a massive snow pile and it's back. Oh boy, slid into a massive snow pile. I see. That ain't fun. Everybody okay? All right, let's put you up right there. Notch this. How far is that? 2 7/8 is tight, but we want a 1/16 inch gap. So 2 7/8, yeah, 2 7/8 is tight. So we want about 2 3/4. 2 3/4? 9 3/4? Are you dumb, mate? Are you daft? 9 3/4. Huh. There's no such thing. I like using a pencil because you can't, pen sometimes isn't always write correctly. And you can see it almost better on this than a black pen. All right, drill holes in the corners. About right smack down in the center of the board. You ain't sitting very still for me. Alright, now run a router on that. Make it purdy. Make it purdy-like. Purdy-like. Hey, Willow, you're back, huh? What are you doing? let's see here. What we got? Ohio. That's where you're at. Okay. My mom's okay. That one I read. Jerome's when you're making me gun rack for my mare's leg. You asked that a long time ago. It was like 3 months ago. Jerome says yes. I'll send you pics of my construction class project tomorrow. Okay, perfect. But you bringing people cave exploring, make some money, Jerome? Slowly. I'm not that big of a channel yet, so well. Yeah, I have a secondary channel, Roman. If you could subscribe to that, but I can't put it here because unfortunately they don't have poles available where I could stick it. It's not, they don't have it right now, unfortunately. So if someone could put in the description my second channel, he's just that age, he knows who he is. Usually people change, but not you. I try my best. Still like the old you. Let's see here. Yeah, can someone put in the description my second channel? No FRT yet, no. Which is at Jerome's Outdoor Adventures. If someone could put that in there, please. I know if Minty was in here, she knows how to do that, where it actually is the link. I've never figured out how to do that. It's got to have no spaces, though, in outdoors. Yeah, no spaces. Because otherwise it won't come up because it's a small enough channel. Yeah, if Roman and Pichu, if you could subscribe to my outdoors channel, I would put it in here, but they disappeared with our comments, our polls. But yeah, it's Jerome's Outdoor Adventures, no spaces. And it's a capital J, capital O, capital A. I guess what I mean when you bring someone in person on a cave exploring, do you charge a good bit? I've actually never done that yet. I just enjoy it myself. All right, we got to cut this. Uh-oh, what happened? All right, there we go. All right. Got to look to see what the gap is on this one. 2 3/4 is tight. 2 3/4 is tight, so we want 2 7/8. I think my dog's inside my van. Sounds like it. Or not my dog, my parents' dog. There you go, Moist. Appreciate you. Thought you made 2 cave guides. Oh, I wish. That'd be cool. Certain streams don't let links be clickable, but if you were streaming on PC, it would. This one does. When I click on it, it does make it clickable because I've done it before. Here, I put it to the pinned comments. Because when I click on that, it opens right up. But yeah, you're right. Some don't work. See, the link isn't blue. Oh, it shows blue on my. Yeah, it shows blue on my end. It's just how it is. I thought you might do cave guides. No, I wish. Can't even click it on my link. So you'd have to just like screenshot it, I guess. I don't know. Something, mate. Something is short. All right, let's put you guys right about there. The sun's kind of bright. It's a little warm on the back. So I actually was going to go in a cave yesterday. I wanted to go in a cave yesterday, Kartchener's Caverns, because of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It was free to get into the park. Well, yeah, to get into the park, but not the caverns. Thing is, if you go to the caverns, they waive the park fee anyway, so no use. Then I thought, well, maybe I'll go hiking. Because I had half a day, I could maybe go hiking. I was like, it would be nice, maybe take Skittles. And I thought, well, maybe I'll go shooting. And I almost went shooting for the channel. And I was like, nah, I'm just going to chill. I just chilled at home. Then I did a 3 and something hour live on YouTube and a 2 and something on Twitch at the same time. there's definitely a lot of trails and stuff over here I want to explore more that had lead to mines and stuff on some of these mountains. Really nice. All right, slide that other end in. It's acting like a teeter horse. There we go. That was not as tight as I'd like it to be. I have to make this one tighter. Uh-oh, you guys fell again. Timber!
Sorry about that, mate. Do you get a little scared?
I like your name, by the way. South Park. Let's see, it takes me to bad website. Clyde, no it don't. You're hilarious. Appreciate you coming.
You're so funny, my friend. Why you so funny? I do not like how funny you are.
No, I'm joking. Can't even click my link. Yeah, only I can. Let's see here. We loved till they went woke against Trumo. Ooh, Trumpo isn't perfect, but who is? Right, I know. Right, my friends. I didn't know why they do that. They treat him like garbage, and he's been really helping. Actually, we do know why. You know why? Because... So the Democrats and a lot of the libs got so used to having their own way and things having their way. It got so bad so that now we're putting it back to how it was or better, and they're whining and crying just like a little boy, like a little baby when they don't get their own way. Mm-hmm. My dog thinks she's a cat. Uh-oh. Your accent is very good. Thank you. I'm from Canada. No, I'm not. I'm from England. Your accent is too good. It's too good, mate.
Would you like a cup of tea with your crumpets?
I gotta make this one a little bigger. All up paid South Park to change the view through popular media. No doubt she blew millions on her campaign and lost. Yep. Same with when Hillary ran against Trump. He spent half the amount she did. In the end times, people love sin. Yep. They'll call sin good and good evil. Gotta cut this one a little bit bigger. All right, now we got to route it since we opened it up. And my brother, yep, still waiting for Vulcans to arrest all the corrupt of the Clintons, Obamas, and Tim Walz. Yep, deport in Halan Omar. 30 million. Yep. There we go. Should fit in deeper now. Oh yeah, that's how we wanted it. About an 1/8 inch gap. Perfecto. Who is Jesus? Brantley, I think I know you know that answer, don't you? Oh. He's the Son of God. Born of the seed of man, but the Son of God. Sounds like a steel Clyde. Let's see, I know who Jesus is to me. Haha, yep. Well, I picked up a Winchester 1890 for a little over 100 cheeseburgers the other day. Wow. Awesome find, Clyde. Awesome. Good for you. Quick quest about how you believe, Jerome. Quick quest, what you mean? Siblings share chore is literacy. Are going to see what my dog did. Uh-oh. Yeah, instantly forked over the cash. Needed a bit of pity remover, but it was complete. Yeah, why not? I mean, even a slightly pitted one, that's nothing. That's nothing. You could sell it as is for way more. But we don't talk about sales here. Nothing's for sale. Nope, nothing's for sale, folks. Nothing's for sale. Oh, amen, Brantley. He is. That is so true. All right.
We have to put some more in, my friends. Some more. Some more anchors. Couple more anchors, my friend. Very tight. It's very tight, my friend. I don't know why it's so tight. It's so tight we don't know what to talk about it.
There we go. He's everything to me. Everything to me. You know, my friend. Life and death. Joy and peace. Started working on cars with my dad. Awesome. I used to do some of that. Not with my dad. Well, scratch that. I did. We did oil changes, brake changes, tune-ups, stuff like that on my own my parents' vehicles and my own vehicles. Then I worked for a company that actually did it for a living for a while myself. See, I'm helping him rebuild his SUV. We're working on lining up panels. Oh, for like the door panels and stuff? If you're doing that, that's more of like a bodywork style work. Let's see here, Jerome. You went a 1/2 inch by 28 9mm blast forwarded. That one I don't need. 1/2 by 28 9. I don't even know what that is. I'm going to debate no matter what. He's the great I am, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. His name is wonderful, the Prince of Peace is he, the everlasting Father throughout eternity. Alright, we're a little over halfway, right at it. So I still need to fix. See these concrete board trim pieces that are falling down? They're broke. I gotta mount those up and then put a 2x4 on edge cut down between the mobile and the deck so that when we put our deck boards on, it'll have something to go up. Oh, let's see here. We're working on engine and underside later. Nice. It's a muzzle device for 9mm guns that are threaded. Since sounds and gases down triangle. Moist, I have a threaded, what is that? That Thesis double stack, 9mm. It's thread pitch. I got it. LOL. Oh, yeah, I did not get it. I was like, I'm sorry, what's this happening? Blast forwarder is what he called it. Let's see here. I took off the one from my EP9 that came out on it and swapped it out for a CMMG linear comp. There you go. What do you say when you baptize? What do you say when you baptize Jerome? Okay, you could take that a couple different ways. I've never baptized anybody. I've been baptized myself. And I know when I came up out of the water, I had my hands in the air raised saying, "Thank you, Jesus," or something like that. I was 14. Ina Viver. My dad actually baptized me. All right, we should put a couple more before we need to stop and put that piece in between. I don't know if I have to cut it down or not. Maybe over there, because it's slightly... See, that gap there is smaller than this gap. Especially in the center here, it's bigger yet. We have to fix those boards that are falling off, my friend. I didn't even try the blast director. I just took it off because I bought the comp before the gun got delivered. Oh, okay. Gotcha. But yeah, between here's where the stairs are going to go, between here and here. It's offset, this bigger spread from here to there, because my mom wanted it as tight as they could up against this, up against the pole, and they painted it brown. So the steps are going to go all the way to the edge here, which from here to here is 4 feet. I got detention for laughing like SpongeBob. What? I don't even know 100% how he laughs. Is it something like that? I've never watched the cartoons. I had a cousin who was all into him. I've never baptized anyone. That's okay, you will. Yeah, I have not. I suppose if I get married and have children, possibly. Depends what type of church I'm at that point. Whoops, hit my head up in the mesquite tree here. I have 3 nephews that are believers. We're still praying for another 2 of them to convert, roughly. Oh, get this board in place real quick. Depends what type of church you're at, how that works. Most of the time, they don't let lay brothers do it. Which I'm not sure if it actually says who's supposed to do it in the Bible. I don't think it does. Philip was an evangelist. He baptized an Ethiopian eunuch. John the Baptist I don't think he was a bishop. Let's see, I still watch SpongeBob in my late 20s. In a goofy way. Let's see, not all. Are you going to put handrails on the stairs for her? Yep. Making eggs while doing my chores. There you go. Here's their doggy, by the way. This is Willow. Willow. She's an Australian Shepherd. Willow. Be good. She be good girl. Good girl, Willow. Most of the time. She's funny. She's got these interesting ideas in her brain. Kind of wonder where she gets them from. All right, let's reverse. No, not reverse it. Puppers, yep. Good old pipsqueaks. All right. This one's a little dusty, this board. The biggest decks I've done, I did 2 of them at a guy's house with like a deck material like this, 4x6 runners, all on pylons. It was, I did 2 of them. They're like 54 by 12 feet wide. They're huge with built-in a drop down on one spot where the hot tub sat in. So you only had to lift your leg this high to get in. The stairs were built into it on all of them. Well, the front one wasn't, but the back one had the stairs built into it, like cut into this section here. So the stairs up in, and same with the side one. It was a lot of work. The biggest decks I ever did. The biggest deck I ever did, Fraser. There we go. There she is, chilling. One thing I know for a fact is our bodies die. Prayer never dies. I'm living proof of that. I figured he meant but. He said buys. I figured I knew what you meant. Let's see. Get some more screws in my pocket. Wiggle on me. Got wider than it should have. The gap. Moved. I want it like
16th or 3/32 or whatever. And it moved. It moved it, it did. Yeah, just down the road from here, my parents have a neighbor that's a sheriff, so he set up a little shooting range that way. A berm. I need to go over there again. Someone wants me again? Let's see, what's your favorite 9mm round? I don't know, I'm not really sure, honestly. Spacer on that one, I pull it back out. All right, let's bring some more over. My impact's over there in the center. Roger C. and Elmer Keith built a few decks. Are those professional deck builders? Big fingers, yep. Oh, you said moist. What's your favorite 9mm round? For me, at least for a defense round, would be like Hornady. Or I hear good things about the Winchester PX1 that I use in my 380. Because they're pretty potent. And since 380 lacks a little bit of power compared to a 9, we use those. That one, but I think it still has a teeny little dip in it. All right, let's put it. Get between this. Whoops. Come on. Oh, we got here gold dot. There you go. So I have my 380. Actually, my cousin got my a bunch of gold dots. in the day. I always like them in my 380. That would be good for that too, yeah. Some people don't like Glocks. I want to find me a good Glock. Something that someone don't really care for. I missed the one I sold my uncle. I have the Glock 20, but it's just the simple one. It's not the comp. Me and my lady carry SIG V Crown. Yes, SIG, Gold Dots, or Spear. And yeah, Winchester, PDX, and yeah, Hornady are all good ones to carry. 3.1, 115 hollow point. There you go. Yeah, a good round, yep. They have changed to Hornady critical defense though, because the HP tip is too wide on V Crown. It jams on my G3C. It fires fine, but when I try to chamber around, it hangs up. You did mention that before. I remember that.
I remember, mate.
All right. For that, I'm gonna have to pre-drill some holes and mount those two pieces that fell off. I need to get a drink of water though.
Drink of water. Drink of water, mate.
Glock 20 is normal as well, yeah.
I'm gonna definitely get new carry ammo and leave V Crown for hers because it works fine in her Shield Plus.
Yep. Yep. I gotta get a drink of water. Good old drink of water. Water. What's up? Bring some more board over. Another board. What's up, Willow? Yep. Pull my thing in over there. My hammer off. I think I need that in here anymore.
Let me see here. The tilt barrel of hers is just different looking. I don't know. Yeah. G3, I put a lakeline barrel in it and it helped with the feeding, but it still does it now and then. I also check my rounds after rechambering them for any setbacks. Polished 3M barrels, feed ramp, but decided to change it entirely to gold Cerakote. There you go. I'll be back. See you, Brantley. Maybe get V Crown for the X-Star EP9 since it feeds any and all ammo despite not having a feed ramp and using Glock mags. Use the home defense. There you go.
There you go, my friend. That is a way to do it, my friend. That way works very well. So odd the EP9 doesn't have a feed ramp. Interesting. Chicken's getting in a fight over there. The V-crown holes in the HP is so much wider than Hornady. Oh, that might mean your guide rod is bent. Yeah, it could be. Guess the issue is a bit different. Feeds fine, just won't chamber all the way on some rounds. Interesting. Oh, and your G19. Same issue with one of my G19's barrels. It's not a factory barrel, but it's like a few of those shorter than my 9th M9 chamber. Okay, interesting. And heavier springs. Yeah, springs I've changed out in a few different things. My TX22, or not the TX22, my P22 Walther, my FMK 9 mil. I think those are the only two I've changed the springs out on. As in, like, not factory. I have changed springs out in my CZ52 Tucker off, but that was factory springs, I think. And then I changed it I did change it in a little 22 of mine. It's a heavier spring. It's a Italian gun. You can get a different spring weights. I recommend getting a steel guide rod. Correct, yeah, it's heavier, which helps with muzzle flip and more durable. There's like 18 bucks. Yep, not too bad. Yep. Let's put the gap at the end here. Well, that was really bowed with the heat. It's got a... Not that it's hot, just lightly bowed with something. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Just had some junk in it. I'm afraid if I don't put a screw once in a while on these in-between ones, it's going to tap, like make a tap noise when you walk. Since the other one was 2 foot on center, there's a discrepancy in it. Oh. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see here. Let's read what you got here. Weird. You use steel case on plus P. Not me. Avoid plus P and Palmer because it wears the gun, but I don't know. I have some Hornady XTPs, my PT92, since it's a metal frame. Well, not all Hornadys are plus Ps. They might be a little hotter, but they're not plus Ps. Get factory loaded 115 grain Blazer. Blazer Blast or Blazer steel? Works fine. I'm going to try to shoot a heavier load. That was a little longer. I won't want to fully lock in the battery. So my T-Sys double stack has that issue, but it's because it doesn't like 115s, but it loves 124s. Won't lock in the battery fully. It'll have a teeny gap before it sets fully. 124 grain, a lot of people prefer it because it just shot some out of all my guns the other day, back to back with 115. Didn't notice any difference feeling. Need to try it with this nickel-coated gold dot. I think they're 124 grain. You tell me supported gun only likes 124. Oh, really? I haven't seen longer rounds. I only can use CCI Blazer, TVH, whatever that is. I tried Fiocchi once and it was terrible accuracy. I don't know why. I have one gun that only likes Fiocchi and American Eagle Federal. Federal isn't too bad. Just prefers Blazer. Awesome carpentry. Hey, what's up, Miriam? Double tap them screens, y'all, and subscribe. It helps out a lot. Hey, Paul, how's it going, buddy? Paul, what's up, dog? We're putting deck boards on this deck I'm making for my parents. Stopped using plus P's a long time ago. It wrecks again. Clyde says, I think it was some 125 grain from Federal. Try to stick to nickel or brass. I just loaded up some 9mm 125. They're pretty much like a XTP Hornady tip. They're by some other company, though. And then I did some 357 mag with the same projectile and 38 special because they're all the same size. 357. I think it was some 125. Okay, that one I already said. Yeah, what was brand of those? Something ballistics. I don't remember. So yeah, I'm afraid of it. I got in as a backup house gun in the mag. Someone gave me the Hornady XTP plus P 124. I shot a few out in the metal frame gun and kept the rest. I think I have some plus Ps. They're extreme penetrators, or not extreme penetrators. They're called Extreme Defense by Freedom Munitions. Don't mind using plus Ps on like a Glock. That lifetime warranty on Glockster tempts me to wear it out. Pretty much a lot of guns nowadays have lifetime warranty. Pretty much. Purdy. Like, I don't know if Walther even does, and I told him, hey, my extractor's having problems on my 22 or something. So he said, send it in. My Savage I bought when I was 18, the extractor after thousands of rounds went kaput on a bolt action. They said, which part you need? And I told them, they said, okay, we'll send it. Then American Eagle reloaded ammo. I don't know, because I have American Eagle 5.7 and it works great on my FN and the PSA. Now the FN, I've ran a lot of rounds through it. My nephews has probably shot just as much as me in the 5.7 FN. But the PSA Rock, I've only did 2 magfuls. It's been fine, but want to give up my cheap carry gun. Waiting weeks for it to come back is an option, so I try to make it last long as possible without breaking. Yep. Well, if I swap barrels out, it works just fine, but so I think I need to send the barrel back. Oh, probably. Yeah, if you swap the barrel out and it's fine, definitely the barrel issue. All right, I think I can fit maybe 3 more before I need to have room for putting that other stuff in. Bring a couple of them over here, why not? Huh, this one pole split since I put it up here. I don't like that. I would have reversed it the other way. I would have put that in the dirt. Well, it looks like that split too, though. That one's just really splitty.
It's doing the splits, mate. Doing the splits, matey.
What we got? American Eagle is part of CCI. They sometimes use Lake City brass. Yeah, I'm not sure what mine are. The Lake Line barrel I got for the G3C Toro isn't bad. Having issues out of it, luckily. I know how it works with the gold recoil spring too. I don't want any Glocks. They're just too expensive for what you get. Yeah. Hotcon was $250 off cut. Yep, I know, right? Haven't had any failures or malfunctions out of it. It's just not bad for the price, just a bit small. Yep. Yeah, gold with black looks amazing. Have a gold black red combo on my airsoft. That sounds cool. I used 1,007 screws on my deck, 3 screws per board. And how many screws are you going to use? I usually use 2 each on these, not 3 for the poly. Painted the lettering on the slide with acrylic gold paint to ha ha ha, it pops. If you get a Leo trade and Glock, they're pretty cheap. Yeah, that would be the best way to get a Glock, in my opinion. When people ask what's a good one to get, I said, if you want a Glock, get a LEO. A law enforcement trade-in, yeah. I had to take the slide apart and bake it to make it acrylic paint waterproof, though. I just don't like the square look of Glocks. That too, but that looks nice. Yeah, there's just... Glocks are just so chunky, you got to pay so much for what you don't get. Like my Glock 20. That thing is really chunky. It's like a chunkster monster.
He's a chunky one, isn't he? He's a chunk monster. Chunk.
These deck boards are actually made for the brackets with the little plastic slides. But Mom and Dad wanted to use the screws instead, so they like the screw look. So might as well just put screws in it. But right now I'm just tacking them all, so they'll all have... What is that? $26 or more screws. Depending if I add some in for some of the other areas. Pretty true. Oh yeah. Nice.
Noise.
Oh yeah.
Get back in here, sunshine.
I'm a little crooked. I don't like that. Oh well. This is what it is. Hoorah! Hoorah! All right. Let's see here. Baker says Glocks are bricks with handles. Yep. Microwave tastes like electricity. Who knows? G3C is curved and a bit less blocky. Yeah, it has a better handle approach, whatever they call it. It looks nice. Just don't like the square look of Glocks. Yep. Yeah, the G3 has a light rail, 12 round and optics cut versus a 43X being 10 round and no light mount or nothing for 5X more money. Yeah, I know, right? Glocks are bricks with handles. Yeah, I got that. I've always liked the blocky, straight to business look of Glocks, but it's a preference think. Well, like, I like Glocks because they're one of the best handguns on the world. longevity and just of how good and well built they are. Like they're a tank. So if you want a good all around, not the greatest, but the best at longevity, get a Glock. Microwave liquor. Yep. Gen 3 looks nice to me. But he just got a Gen 5 Glock, 1943, 1942, whatever that means. $100 with like 400 of ammo and a few mags. The dude who sold it to him only saw it at ONC. Shot it once. It's crazy for 250, not 1940. Oh, okay. Thought you meant 42 for 100. Yeah, I thought that's what he meant too. I saw Ken Rod's face yesterday. He was off camera before. He had a guest. Good show. I like him. Ken Rod, yeah, I've seen him multiple times. Yeah, he had a joint. Papa Pew Pew says he wants to do it with me sometime. My bad, speech to text sucks. It was a Glock 19. Seen Ken Rod faced a few times, actually, if you go back to his older videos. Yeah, so when the first time, or maybe it was the second time I went on one of his lives, he showed his face, and I was like, wow, I didn't think he'd look like that. You know, he looks like he'd be a lot older than he is. He's my age. He's a little bit older because he's going to turn 36 here in a few days, I think, or next month. Battery getting low? One bar. It's not flashing, but one bar. Yeah, that was a Reloader, his guest. Reloader something. I forget what it's called. I like running these lighter batteries on these things. Unless they get stuck like that. Just lighter for your wrist. They're high output 3 amps. All right, let me see if I can mount these broken pieces. Put them in the holes where they were. So at least hold it up there for me somewhat. And tack them on. Let's see here. Let's see here. Kenrod City can shoot a 9mm case with open sights at 100 yards, 7-10 times. Set that up the other day. You can even see a 9mm at the distance. Can't even see a 9mm. I might be able to do 100 yards. I'd have to check. I've done like 65, 70. This foot of snow here. Wow. Got a couple feet here in Ohio. Like Ken, but that's a bit of overblown bull bleep. Maybe. Some people are pretty good. I know some people can. PewView can. And Honest Outlaw can. Only got a little the other day. Moist, how convenient. Did anyone see the Aurora Borealis last night? What in the world's that? Aurora Borealis. I don't know what that is. All right, let me get something to tack those up.
need a bit for drilling concrete board. Someone running a 4-wheeler out there in the wash? Sounds like it, or a dirt bike. Yeah, I think someone's riding a dirt bike back there in the wash near where the shooting range is. Alrighty. You have to lightly tack them in, otherwise it'll just break in. Put another one next to it because that one's about to pull out too because it's just kind of sitting there. Long screws, any one of these. Another one here. Another one here. So used to getting them out of my pocket, I keep reaching through my pocket. Put it in the rim board of the mobile here. Not sure if that one really grabbed. Alright, let's get this one in there. That one's resting on the dryer vent thingy bob. Thingy-majigga. Or whatchamacallit. A doohickey. Excuse me. A thingy. Drill a hole. You're not in very much, which is what I want anyways. I don't want a lot of pressure on them.
The board's so fragile. Fragile, mate. The bindings are fragile. Fragile?
Yeah, that thing's getting irritating going off all the time. It irritates my ears. Got to put it on silent. Alright, that'll stay up.
I think so, mate.
Alright, is that wide enough to fit a 2x on that end? I almost think I have to trim it down because it gets skinnier on that end because the mobile and the deck's off. Like the deck's like this.
Yeah.
Pretty sure if I lay it 2x4 sideways, it'll hit something. Okay, we're shutting that notification noises off.
It irritates me, my friend.
We'll even get 2 YouTubes, some free alert, some Jimny Show went live sometime today on Twitch. Vontae's sent me something. Any text from anybody? Rooster sent me that a while ago. I got a new follower. There we go. Let's see here. See if I can finally get back to, yes, it was beautiful. It's like the Northern Lights. Okay. Well, he said he had a video of it. I looked and couldn't find the video. If there is one, I direct my statement and just say his vision is way better than mine. There was a solar storm. Okay. For iron sights over a red dot, I think a dramatic self-defense situation where you're moving and shooting a red dot only slow me down. Correct. Me too. Went to bed sadly. No, I'm dancing for no reason. What?
I like the dots, to be honest. I'm blind as a bat, so the dot doesn't take up my view like irons do. Gotcha. Self-defense shootout, your main plan should be to find cover, not making the best shot. You're like running and going pow, 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 pow with the gun sideways.
Gangsta style, mate.
Well, that's nice. That EP9 is what I'm going for, LOL. I've never had such good grouping at 110 yards before. Not bad with a compact pistol, but being able to shoulder the gun makes it just so much easier and keep shots in the same spot. Got one red dot on a pistol, and I definitely prefer its glow-in-the-dark irons. My RC truck broke, so I need to fix it. 50 miles an hour. Roman, I have one that goes like 50, 55, but I need a new motor for it. It's a Traxxas. Traxxas something. I upgraded all the suspension on it, the drive shafts, and the shocks. I got some high-end ones on them, but they were lightly used. I just reloaded them. My lady's tritium sights are so bright I can see them on the nightstand across the room in the dark. I can, same with my Sig P 365. It has sights in the front and the back, perfect for at night then, versus my 380 Bodyguard only has it in the front. I'm treating so bad. I had the green dot on my carry gun. Took it off because I want to co-witness. Moist, I feel like I have seen you in a stream before. Yeah, you've probably been in a couple of them that he's in. Got to get a sight pusher, some tall tritium sights, and then get a new sight for it. There you go. Every time I buy a gun paint for sights, I wouldn't glow anymore. What? In all streams. Yeah, I know, right? Really? I've got an actual tritium in my M9A3, and there's a lot less bright than my glow-in-the-dark Keepos. Someone's zooming around the wash back there. I'm like 13 different mods on different channels. All right, then I recognize you, Moist. Some channels he would be called Zeus or Zeus, S-O-U-O-S. Trim has a half-life, so after 10 years, it's half as bright as it was when they're new. Yeah, I did hear they run out. It's really cool. My latest gun came with tritium sights and the dot and the co-witness perfectly. I'm jealous. Moist, only me, you, and Jerome now. It does show 3 on here. Clyde's still here, though. For the cheaper true glows are brighter than tritium sights. Right, tritium degrades over time, but even when I get it brand new, it wasn't very bright. What's the counter doing? It never works right. I defer, return it. Mine is Arma. My brother has an Arma, but his is not a brushless. Mine is, which goes 55 mile an hour. Mine. Trim helps. It's crazy how fast it goes, and it has like guiding steering. That way, when you're booking it, you've got the Traxxas T-Max. Yeah, mine's not a T-Max. I have a it's the one that looks like a trophy truck. That's like it's not the huge one though. That's like a 5th scale or something. The dot I found couldn't find in the dark at all. That's weird. Got an Arma Sentin. Yeah, my brother's is Sentin, but it's not the brushless. Just sights, I can see the rear and front, dot, and a point of line of sight. I do feeling tube stuff at night, so I'm stuck in the bed, so I'd rather grab her gun than mine, for sure, but I'm going to put a bright light on the EP9 and just that bedside gun instead of me. There you go. The nitro powder RC cars have been a dream of mine. The nitro powers, I know years ago I always wanted one, but these brushless ones that I have, it goes so fast. And you don't have to worry about mixing the gas right or having problems with the engine. It's way easier just to get another motor versus a new engine. All right, let me see if I can fit the 2x4 sideways. How far down? Because we're not even 3.5, we're 3 1/4 there. So where does it quit at 3.5? Maybe it never does. Yeah, there it does. That's about it. So I need to cut it down to, say, 3 inches. Cut one down to 3 inches of 2x4. I don't have my table saw here, though. Oh, my mom and dad have theirs here. It's in the shed over there. Oh, I could bring it out. I used to use that years ago, building stuff. really nice rigid Gen 1 table saw we got back in Oregon years ago, I think, or right before Oregon we moved there. When rigid first came out. I have a Gen 1 18 volt when they first came out. See what type of blade he has on here. A fairly fine one.
Nice cars are fun. Yeah, they probably are. Love the sound. Met people with them, and they'd had a while in the car on the road, and they kept up with the real cars. Yep, broken ankle with my RC car. So Roman, my nephew, one time he got right in front of it when I was driving on the road, and it hit his legs and knocked him over. He was crazy. Just bang, and he landed on it then, and he broke the part of the drive suspension in the back. Thankfully, I already had a back end for it. And what else did he break? A rim, maybe. I forget. Need to stand on a stool when driving it. You do? All right, we set up the table saw here.
Hey, Willow, what's up?
So we need 3-inch pieces. There we go.
Willow, Willow. What are you doing?
Big old long cord on this. Whatever.
All right. Gonna plug in the cord here. It's over. It was plugged in some lights my parents have on a timer. They have lights underneath their vehicles at night because the squirrels, when it's warmer, make nests inside there, and chewed up some wiring on my dad's GMC Envoy 4 drive system up on top of the transfer case or something. All right, let me get a board. I'm not sure where his earmuffs are. He's got his earmuffs around here for me to use. Scoot it just a little bit farther. So it's not in the way of that pole.
I didn't bring my earplugs. You should have a pair in here. Well, he usually does. Well, yeah. That's weird. I don't see his earmuffs. I know he's got a pair in there. I just don't know where they are. Prefer to wear earplugs or earmuffs.
Be worried I'd lose control and drive it into the wall and it'd explode. Yep. You're dancing. Why? What happened? All right, let's go ahead and just cut down here. Uh-oh. Oh, that's on a timer. It won't work. The timer's off right now. All right. So give us power now.
Watch out, Willow. Willow, move.
bearings on there are going out a little bit. That's the table saw I cut my fingers on pretty bad years ago. I'm bored, just chilling on the couch. Willie's about to go to bed for work, so I don't know what I'm going to do. Probably get off here in a few. Charge my phone, and clean stuff. Wants to have a basher and won't explode on impact. I don't know what a basher is. It's one that it's a type of RC car that's like really beefed up for banging into stuff. Yeah, I cut my fingers pretty good before on this table saw here. I don't know if you can see the scars on the tip of that one. There's two sets. The one towards the tip is the one from the table saw. The farther one was the circular saw. Then on the tip of that one I got, and then barely brushed the tip of this one. Got it in the table saw. That exact table saw. It was a 24 tooth, I think. I forget. I was like 15. I still have the item I was making. What I was doing is cutting down 3/4 inch thick stock down to 1/2 inch. Meant like if I was controlling it and lost the battle on a turn and slammed into the wall, definitely would break it at full speed, I would guess. Trophy truck, there you go. That's what mine kind of looks like, a trophy truck. My Traxxas. It looks like a trophy truck. So get this set up right. There we go. Let's see. Let's lay this down. I got to cut it to 16 feet though, because it's a little long probably. You cut it exactly 16. Yep, it's like 3/8 longer.
Willow, are you being a good girl? Willow, Willow, Willow. Willow, 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 Willow. What are you doing? All right, let's get this ready. Set it there. Set some screws up for it. Some deck screws. The framing deck screws. Ooh. Put the other bits in here. The drill bit, the regular bit. Where's that? Huh, where's it at? It's a T25. Here's my Phillips. Or what's in there is a T25. No, that's a T20. Where's the T25? Oh, it's in the box of screws. Toad screws.
So the toasted screws, mate.
Here we go. Alrighty, let's get some ready. Not sure if it'll clear that drain for the it won't. That's not nice. I have to trim something here. Sit there. Have to notch right where this pipe is. The underneath of it. Which is right about from here to
there. Just run the blade on it with the saw. This one's kind of big for that. But we'll use it. It's a Skill Professional battery saw. It'll work. Yep. That'll work. Alright, get this charger out of the way.
Recarga de los baterías. Es una recarga de los baterías.
It's a charger for batteries. Alright, gotta drop out this extension cord. It's on the wrong side of life. Oh. Alright, it should fit in there now. We don't break something off. It's kind of wedging in there though. Alright, that's right there. It's a little tight right there, but it should be able to fit. Right here is good. Let's bowed up a little bit right here. Afraid of that's not really pulling it in. It's gonna get covered, but still. Because the deck does this on the back, and so it doesn't really pull it in. Let's see here, it's there we go. The wrong height there. Whoa, there, actually had on reverse still. Reverse. Here yet. Alright. Oh, now we gotta raise this end up. Should be able to clamp that one in. Get close. There we go. I know why it's sticking out. Because there's lags. There's lags in the way. Holes where they were lagged in. That's why it's not sucking in tight in some areas. Other areas it is. Some of the lag heads are getting in the way.
Lag heads. You little lag heads.
Not lackeys, but lag heads. Push that up underneath. Let's go up just a little bit. There we go. Alrighty, that's pretty good right there, folks. I had to fill that gap in. Pretty tight up against her. I'm sure a lot of you messaged.
Obviously, I'm not paying attention to it. Let's see here. I meant like if it was controlling like that one, I guess. For any control cars since I was a kid, like regular battery ones are covers you break in first hour playing with. I know, right? 6 months gets power nitros over 300. I'd probably end up buying 1,000 rounds of 9mm for a $300 car. Yeah, I know, right? But yet at least the car you would have if you don't break it versus the 9mm disappears. Really used to be. Oh, but they go. Yeah, like I haven't used mine in a while because it needs a new motor. You can hear it just wanging out weird. I tried putting a brushless in a Chinese one, but it was the wrong gear ratio. Truck's $500 Limpo battery, $600. She sets the price of the pistol caliber AR. Yeah, I know, right? I'm mega broke after that. Trying to save to get more attachments for it. Yeah, it's very nice. Before I flipped. Yeah, that'll be nice. Man, I was going to check your channel to see if you had any videos of it. Diff. Post some RC builds on. There you go. It's got to fix the truck. Fix it on video. Fix it on the video. That'd be good content. Yeah, I could. I'll be with my dad. I subbed in case you did post stuff. Thanks, bro. My phone's on 4%, so I'm going to have to go. I'm going to have an awesome evening, and I'll see you guys later. See ya. See ya. One, I'll be expecting to see one stream. Yeah, you should see if they're capable if you swap it. Let's see, 27%. You know what, guys? I'm probably going to stop the live so I can work a little more efficiently. Excuse me. And there's only one person in here, Roman. So appreciate you all coming by. Thank you for joining Desert Armory and More. This is the and More. Hey, Moist. And we'll see about going live tonight. See how that works out. I might do that multiple stream like I've done last night with the Twitch running Rumble and Twitch at the same time. But yeah, my Twitch account is the same as this, Desert Armory and More. Anywho, you have a blessed day and blessed afternoon, evening, blessed rest of your life. We'll see you tonight, possibly. Probably tomorrow, obviously, too. And you can never go wrong doing what's right. And through Jesus Christ is the way to salvation. See y'all. Appreciate you. Desert Armory and More is out. Yes, sir.